Yo, what is up, everyone? It is the first episode of the new series that I'm starting, Get Rich with Me, and I'm just basically going to give you all my knowledge that I learn, all the things that I'm doing, all the strategies that I'm using to be able to start my online website and get successful and grow wealth for the future. So if you guys have any suggestions, obviously leave it in the comments below. I'm going to be completely transparent throughout this series, and I'm not going to hide anything. I'm literally going to give you my progress and everything that I'm doing. And if you guys don't like this type of stuff, then just go ahead and tell me if it's not a good way to do it. All I put in here was a couple of notes that I had in my notebook and a bunch of the things that I learned from YouTubers that I've watched, and I listed those YouTubers in a couple of videos I will put in the description. All right, here is the first slide, and this is habits that you need to make, and these are just the base habits that will take you to the next step. Live beneath your means. Now, this is something that I've personally struggled with. I'm not going to show it, but I have a huge shoe collection. When I started streaming, when I was younger, I just wasted all my money, every paycheck I got, on shoes. And now I realize how stupid that was, and materialistic items just aren't important. And I have a lot less money than people even my age now because of what I did. My only source of income is through Twitch. So every paycheck that I get, I'm going to be saving 10% like into a savings account, or since I'm starting a business and I need money, I'll probably just put it or like keep it in my account and make it strictly for the business. I'm going to be putting 10% of that into cryptocurrency. Right now I have Bitcoin and Ethereum. The other 10% is going to go to just stocks that I look into. So 30% of that is just going to be probably savings or going straight into my business. Second thing is educate yourself. It is so important to do your own research on YouTube, TikTok, social media group, on Discord, and just things like that. If you have any family that is experienced in business, talk to them. Gain every piece of knowledge that you can from others and be open to learning. This will take so much time. I have spent countless amount of hours this week just literally looking over YouTube videos that like Iman Gadzhi makes. Iman Gadzhi, I don't know how to say his name, sorry about that. But I've been watching his videos. I've been talking to my mom constantly about different stocks to invest in, how to create a business, because she currently is as well right now. And then my dad is successful. He owns a couple businesses. I have been talking to him as well. He's giving me a lot of insight and telling me what to do and what it takes to be successful. I've been learning a lot from both of my parents. YouTube is huge. TikTok, huge. And I've been reading a book called The Richest Man in Babylon, also huge. The third thing I have is take notes and journal. Every single successful person takes notes of some sort. I believe the most effective way is writing it in a notebook rather than like writing on a Google Doc. Physical pencil writing is the most important thing, in my opinion. As you learn about your business from content or other individuals, write down every single idea you have along with every strategy they're telling you. So every single idea, even if you don't think it's the best idea, write it down so you remember in case you change your mind. Every strategy you have to improve yourself, like journaling, like meditating, like getting more sleep, every single thing that you think will help you, even if you're already good at it, write it down. What you're watching right now, the stuff that I'm teaching you, write it down. Write down goals for yourself and eventually your business plan. So obviously when you're starting out, you're learning. What my plan is first, right now, I'm learning. Then I'm going to start talking to other people and getting them involved in my business. And then I'm going to start taking baby steps and introducing myself into the business scene. I'm not going to rush it, because if I rush it, then I'm not going to have a successful business and it's going to fail immediately. If I take my time, I'll be ready for more things that are to come to me. Making a business plan is the biggest step after learning what you're doing. So once you learn, make a business plan, set goals for yourself. The last one I have on this side is get adequate sleep. Another thing I struggle with. I can go on low sleep whenever I want. Like I always have energy. I get between 5 and 6 hours of sleep every single weekday, and I've been improving that because of what I've learned from these YouTube videos. I go to a meditation coach, from what I learned from him and how he's taught me how important sleep is. My dad always told me how important sleep is, and I was young and I was dumb and I didn't really take it into consideration. But the older I get and the more I see all these successful people talking about sleep, 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 your mind loses creativity and ability to function the less sleep you get. In order to perform at your highest, sleep is one of the key components for everyone. Teens should aim for around 8 to 9 hours a night. I know it's hard, but it is an essential. More habits that you can do. This is like the same as last slide. I just couldn't fit it on one. Time management, probably one of the things that I've struggled with most, and a lot of my viewers in my Twitch chat know this, because I would just grind my ass off streaming. Then I would completely forget about school. I would completely forget about friends. I would completely not go to family events. I would be focused on one thing. Then I went back to soccer after I got healed from my injury. Fully focused on soccer, forgot about Twitch, forgot about streaming. Then I got a girlfriend this summer. Barely streamed all summer. It was not good because I gained all this momentum, and then I just ruined it because I always tunnel vision on one thing rather than having a balanced schedule. So balance is one of the most important things to a healthy lifestyle. I know it's hard to resist the urge to go absolutely ham when you're interested in something like this, but make sure you're not ghosting the other areas of your life. The second thing I have is reduce distractions while working. So right now I actually have my phone on airplane mode so I don't look at it, and I have it face down. I am not looking at my phone at all. That's one of the things my dad has told me, because I'm always looking at my phone while I'm streaming, and it just completely ruins the interaction between me and my chat. I've always struggled with being able to focus. For the past 6 hours since I got home, I have just turned off my phone, put it to the side, and have just fully zoned in on working. I got so much done, you wouldn't even believe it. So reduce distractions while working. Technology is such a problem for everyone these days in terms of getting distracted. When you're working, try to get in that zone of full focus. This will give you better ideas, more efficient work, more amounts of work produced, and it is overall healthier for you. Doing things like putting my phone on airplane mode is what works best for me. If I had my phone on, I would have been distracted. I would have been scrolling through TikTok and not being able to focus, but instead I focused and I got all of this done. And like this, literally I just got done. I believe I read an article that said the average attention span for, I'm not sure if it was Americans or just all over the world, is I believe it was 28 seconds. 28 seconds is the average attention span for a human. That is embarrassing. And that's something that I'm trying to focus and get better at. And I notice things like in school, I have that same issue. The last one I have, and this is the last habit of week 1, set goals. One of the things that will keep you motivated is setting reasonable yet challenging goals for yourself. Don't do something that is completely unrealistic. Make sure it makes sense and will cause you to genuinely work. Now, this is something that I'm currently using. I've been studying this whole online business thing and researching, watching videos, talking to people for about a week, maybe a week and a half. My goal is to have like a domain name for a website or like an agency name by sometime next week, but I need to give myself a specific deadline. So we'll say by Friday of next week, I want to have the name for my agency. Once I get the name, I can buy the domain and get my website just prepared. I'm not going to start just off a bare website. I'm going to start on something like Shopify, build an Amazon storefront, eBay as well. I'm like, all those are my first steps. I'm not just going straight to my own domain and my own store. Like that's just unrealistic. These are the YouTubers that I've been watching. The top 2 are the ones that I've been watching like for the past week and a half. The last one I actually just found today, but his content is gonna really help me when I continue to watch him more. So it's like Iman Gaji or something like that. I forget. He says it every intro, but I just butcher it every time. So he's a 22-year-old entrepreneur who started documenting around the age of 16. So he was literally my age when he started doing the same thing I'm doing right now, just filming his progress. So he's someone that did it, and he's so incredibly helpful to watch and is very upfront in terms of what you need to do. He doesn't BS, he doesn't beat around the bush. He's just straight up and tells you what you need to do to be successful. If you don't want to listen to him, then you don't want to listen to him. In the description, I'll list 2 videos from him that helped me the most in my notes. And then Sebastian, I'm not even going to try. Sebastian's a 23-year-old entrepreneur that makes the same style of content that Eman makes, and I actually like him equally because this guy tells his whole story from how he started, every step that he took, what he had to go through, the sacrifices he made, and he talks about every mistake that he made along the way. Not every single one of his businesses just immediately succeeded. A lot of them failed, but he kept going, and he was about to quit, but then he actually kept going, and now he's a millionaire at the age of 23. Put 2 videos from his channel in the description as well. And then Jay Rich, like I said, the guy I found today, I haven't watched a lot of his content yet, but I looked at a lot of his titles, and I watched some of his TikToks. He's a 24-year-old entrepreneur that makes content all over social media, and his priority in his content, like his main niche is just drop shipping and Shopify websites. So if you guys are into Shopify or want to build a Shopify website, which me and one of my buddies, Timmy, that I'm going to work on a website with, are probably going to look into him a lot more, because he's probably the best guy that I've seen so far, just strictly based off Shopify. So those are 3 YouTubers that I've watched and I've just taken religious notes on. So this is my personal journey. The current step in my journey, I'm still in step 1. Obviously, I've only been doing it for a week and a half. I'm still in step 1, which is the learning phase, and I'm going to be documenting every single move I make within the business space to give you a real idea of what it takes to be successful in this space. It might be a slow process, but by me documenting all this, you can take all the same steps. This is a real-time series that I'm giving to you guys. This is not like a once a month, oh, I went from here to here, like craziness. I go from learning to making $1,000 a day. Like, that's not at all what it is. Next week, I'll still have made $0, more than likely. Week after that, probably still $0. And that will probably go on for 2+ months. Sources of income. My only source of income for the past 3 years, whatever it's been, has just been Twitch. And I actually used to make really good money on Twitch. I used to be making... my dad always told me not to talk about my income, but the older I get, the more I say, well, I'm just going to be open about it, because it's a reality for someone my age. I did make more than a lot of the kids that I was, I was going to school with, but I spent it like an idiot. When I started streaming on Twitch, I think I got once, it was like a $2,000 paycheck, or maybe $1,500. That was my biggest paycheck, and I'm pretty sure that was only my 3rd paycheck. Immediately blew it on shoes, like whole paycheck gone, like everything gone. And I did that for the next couple. And my grandparents, my dad were all telling me, save your effing money, put 10% away, the rest is yours, put 10% away, the rest is yours. What did I do? I was a little kid that was getting paid mad money to stream, and I was like, dude, I have one life, I'm gonna spend it how I want. Well, I would have had a lot more money had I saved that and put it to the side like I'm now doing, if I had just been smarter. But you live and you learn, I guess. My current net worth is actually $595. Now, obviously, I have a computer set up, I have a camera, I have a bunch of shoes that I could sell and I could make money off of. But like just liquid cash, I am worth $595, and 430 of that is in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I have $165 to my name. Like, I've had a lot of my friends say to me, holy crap, dude, you just did that subathon, how much money did you make? And I'm like, well, it was pretty good for my age, but the reality of it is I'm not like wealthy, I'm not like super ballin', you know what I mean? I'm making actually less right now than a kid my age that would work at like Target or something. The reality of it. And could I make more if I was streaming more or making more content? Probably, yeah. But I wasn't focused on it for a while. And now that I think I'm getting into all this business stuff, it's giving me a new motivation, and it's definitely the most eye-opening thing I've seen in a while, and I think it's going to be successful. So, in conclusion, the biggest things I mentioned, time management, huge. Taking your time as well. Be patient with what you're doing. If you just rush your business, you're not going to get anywhere. Like I said earlier, take your time. I'm probably going to take 2 to 3 months just to even start this stuff. I'm going to research, take my time, and be ready for mistakes. Be ready for what comes to me. I'm not just going to rush it and be an idiot. Research, watch YouTube videos, just like the one you're doing now. You're already a step ahead of a lot of people. If you're watching this video right now, if you're watching different YouTubers, I know I'm not the biggest, but you are a step ahead of people, and you're going to make progress. Set goals for yourself, and yeah, that's all I got to say. That's all I got for you. This is week 1 of Get Rich With Me, the series that I'm starting. My goal is to upload every single week. Yeah, like the last slide says, feedback. This is my first time ever doing a series like this. I have never made a video about business. I have only consumed the content. I've never made it. It's always been about gaming, and I made a couple videos about shoes. So if you guys have any suggestions on changes I should make, or different things you want to see, like if you guys don't like the slide presentation, tell me. I was just trying it out to see what people would like. If you guys want me to say less in the video, tell me. If you guys want me to make the videos longer, tell me. Tell me what you want to hear me say, and I will give you my best attempt. If any of you guys want to go check out my Twitch, I stream all of these live, or I'm going to stream all of these live, so you guys can get an uncut footage, I guess, of me in the flesh just filming these. So I'm also going to be uploading shorts on TikTok. If you guys don't want to sit here and watch all these long ass YouTube videos, I'm going to be putting the most important parts of each video into TikTok. And yeah, they're just going to be short, quick, easy videos to watch, and I'm going to be saying the same thing just in short form content. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, consider subscribing, and leaving a comment. Let me know what you think. Eventually, if I get enough people watching this series, I'm going to start a Discord channel for a bunch of people that just chase success and want to be better people. And yeah, we can bounce ideas off each other. You guys can teach me too. Like, I'm equally where you guys are at right now. I don't know much about this space yet. I am making videos on it to show my progress, not to show my knowledge, if that makes sense. So you guys can teach me too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of the night, and peace out.